Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is your host Nas. Today I'm going to share with you one of my personal paranormal stories that I experienced myself. There are many things in this world that science can't explain, and I have one such story to share today. This is also why I've started this channel. Some may say I have a rich imagination, but only I will know whether it is a fact or fiction. This story is one that I kept in my heart and mind for a really long time, as it has nothing noteworthy to share and didn't impact my life greatly. But I do have a lesson to share here in case it can help someone to get out of trouble that I have faced myself, and also to bring to light that not all paranormal stories are scary as they are being conveyed everywhere. Without further ado, let's begin. This story happened when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I can't remember exactly when it happened as it was too long ago. I have to share the origin of this story starting from my school that day. I studied in a neighborhood primary school. It was a usual day and I recall it was the year that I had afternoon school classes to attend. I'm not sure if it is a lack of teachers that the classes had to split into morning and afternoon classes respectively, but it is what it is. I went to school as usual until the class ended and I was released to leave for the school back gate. Like many schools, the school alarm bell would ring to signal the end of the school period, and we would be ushered out of the class to stand in groups of two to be released from the school. This is understandable as it is time to go home. There would be many excited kids that want to dash home. To minimize the accidental injury, our teacher would make sure we are in order before releasing us. If not, the whole school would be quite chaotic, as every student would storm the gates to go home. Back then, the back gate is the closest way for me to walk home. So if there is no reason for me to leave by the front gate, I would always take the back gate home. So the back gate is a rather narrow path, and the pavement on the left would be walked by two people. On the right, it is a grassy patch grass that could walk half a person, and further right are trees that were grown near the fences. There is a mixture of trees that was grown through the stretch of the back gate. Some were banana trees and some were trees that have no idea what they are. It is really crowded as every student from the afternoon class is going home at the same time, so the pavement would be packed and everyone would walk in groups of two, and I was walking on the right side of the pavement close to the grassy patch. Halfway through, while walking towards the back gate, someone ran past me from the left side and banged into me. This is then that I accidentally slipped and drifted to the right side grassy patch, and my right hand held onto a banana tree for support. I remembered that day the impact of the momentum was so great and I wasn't prepared to be pushed so forcefully that the impact caused the banana tree to shake by my force. It was then that I also noticed that there are 3 banana trees of varying heights, and the one my hand fell on is the middle one, which was the shortest and youngest. I looked in front of me trying to find the guy who had pushed me and caused my misfortune, to see if I find him familiar. But unfortunately, I can't recognize who he is. After leaving the school gate, I continued staring at the guy that had pushed me. I had forgotten about it and my anger dissipated as soon as I was home. This somehow became an eventful day for me, as I didn't expect there are entities that followed me home. It happened in my parents' room while I was going to sleep, and also this home is a resale flat we had moved in 1 to 2 years ago. It was a hot and humid night, so I went into my parents' room to enjoy my sleep with them on the floor bed mattress. The area I slept is just next to the toilet, so I would always sleep facing my parents' bed. There are 2 reasons why I always didn't like to sleep facing the toilet door. 1, whenever someone wants to use the toilet, they would switch on the light and that would wake me up. And 2, I don't want to see things that I don't want to see. This night, my wish of not seeing something was granted. I kept feeling that there is 1 or more eyes staring at me in the toilet direction. The first time I turned my head and looked at the toilet door, I was thinking maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me, and I blinked a few times, but they were still there, so I decided to turn my head and face back to my parents' bed. In the second round, I turned my head. After about 10 seconds, the 3 pairs of eyes were still staring at me. I turned my head back to my parents' bed once again. The third and last time when I turned and checked, I was telling myself if I do see them again, I would call out to my mom, who was currently laying and sleeping, to have a look, cause sometimes it's better to be scared together than alone, right? well, they are gone. It is then that I also subconsciously persuaded myself not to think so much and go back to sleep, because I do not want to cause myself to have a sleepless night. You may be thinking that why do I have such an indifferent reactions towards such paranormal things? I have to say it happened to me too often and I'm already immune to it, and at my age when I tell people about it, they will say that I'm thinking too much. It is to a point that I can't be bothered as long as these entities are not malicious towards me. To this day, I'm so glad that the spirits were not malicious towards me, as I did not fall sick the next day. Usually you would probably find that people fall sick due to such encounters. I'm not sure why did they visit me at my home. Perhaps I have accidentally disturbed their peace when I was forcefully pushed towards them and my hand had caused them disturbance when I held onto the tree trunk. Since I remember that my palm strike was pretty forceful, they were probably aware that I wasn't intentional when that happened and just came to visit me to let me be aware of their presence. Since then, I would still take the back gate home but would choose to walk the innermost right side pavement, nowhere near the grassy patch and trees. The obvious reason is I don't want the same situation from happening once again. As the saying goes, once bitten, twice shy. I also look at the banana trees often when I was going home on that path. It is then I was reminded of how they appeared at the toilet door, and the position that they were standing and staring was the same as the banana trees at the back gate. What do you think about my paranormal story? Do you think I have a rich imagination, or what I have encountered is true? Feel free to ask me any questions that I might have missed out in this story. Right, I did mention a lesson that I wanted to share, and the moral of the story is that no matter if you are in the wrong or right, it is always good to apologize if you accidentally disturb the peace or tranquility, be it a tree or plant which you accidentally trampled upon. This is especially true for praying items that were being offered during a Hungry Ghost festival or any other offering that were placed on any other day. If you did accidentally kick or move them out of place, do move them back to the same location and apologize. It is always better to be safe than sorry. Speaking of which, to the three banana tree spirit, it is related, but I do apologize to you on behalf of the naughty kid that pushed me towards you and disturb your peace. Better late than never, right? I will share with you more of my encounters and other paranormal activities in the near future on my channel, so remember to like, subscribe and hit on the notification bell if you enjoy the stories so that you can get notified of the latest story. Thank you.